Hey guys, so today's video is going to be a little different. I'm going to kind of do like a walkthrough with you guys. I'm going to be talking on how to do just an everyday, very easy makeup. I know a lot of my videos, I'll say like quick and easy and it's still like a million steps. So this one is actually going to be a very simple, we're going to use products that are multi-use. So you can use one product for different things, and it's also going to be a full face of Clinique. With quarantine, I have not been wanting to do my makeup. I've had no motivation. So this routine right here is the perfect routine that I've been doing every single day to kind of just like boost my mood, make me feel a little better, be a little well put together. I have a lot of breakouts and scars here. I have not been eating good. I've been eating a lot of junk, and my hair is looking crazy. I didn't straighten my hair. I just threw in a little hairspray to try and make my natural curls a little more tamed. I don't know what's happening with it, but anyways, let's get started. Full face Clinique. Anybody can do this. The products I'm going to show you are for literally all ages, all skin types. And yeah, let's get into it. Okay, so first things first, we are going to start prepping our face. I already exfoliated using the Clinique lotion, aka toner, in number 2 for combination skin. Even though I'm really dry, I just like the number 2 the best. So I'm going to be priming my face with the Clinique Moisture Surge 72-hour hydrator. This is literally all you need, a little dollop. This is oil-free, so it's good for all skin types, especially if you're oily. You don't have to worry about like a weird oily residue because it is oil-free. Very lightweight. It's kind of like a water gel consistency, fragrance-free, so if you're sensitive, you're good with that. Paraben-free and all that good stuff. Very clean ingredients. This is what it looks like, the consistency. Again, this is perfect to prep your face because it kind of does a good job just blurring any pores. And then next, I'm going to go in with the Clinique All About the Eyes eye cream. I cannot stress how important it is to use an eye cream before you do your makeup, like right before you do your makeup, because what it does is it's basically like an under eye primer before makeup, even though it's an eye cream. What it's going to do is it's going to hydrate your under eye area. So when you put concealer on, if you've ever had that issue where it's like cakey or it settles into any fine lines or it just looks like really dry and breaking up, using a cream, an eye cream, is really going to help prevent that from happening. You're adding moisture to your eye. This one in particular, you guys, I literally have 5 backups of these. There is caffeine in here to help tighten your eyes. This helps reduce dark circles and puffiness, and the consistency of this is also like a gel-like texture. Very easy to spread. It's also safe to use around your lids. If you have dry lids, perfectly safe to use for that. Okay, so we're just prepping the under eye area. Okay, next I'm going to go in with a little bit of the Moisture Surge lip treatment. This is so good. You could, put it directly on your lips. The texture is almost like, reminds me a little bit of like a Vaseline-y texture. But this is just going to help prep and hydrate my lips. Obsessed with this stuff. And then if you want some extra boost for hydration, I love this stuff. Anybody that knows me knows I literally have like 4 backups of these too. So I use this before my makeup. I use this throughout the day to refresh my makeup. And then I also use it to set my makeup. Okay, so to color correct any darkness, I know you can't really see because I'm in front of a window and I have my ring light on, so it's kind of airbrushing and making me look like I don't have dark circles, but trust me, they are there. So I'm going to be using the Clinique Line Smoothing Concealer. I am obsessed with this stuff. Just a few dots is all you need. This is literally perfect for those with mature skin. If you have any fine lines, even if you have a lot of fine lines and wrinkles. This is literally formulated for that kind of situation and skin type. And this has like a peachy kind of undertone, so this is going to help brighten, and I'm going to use this as my color corrector to cancel out any darkness. This is shade 3, moderately fair. So I'm just going to use my finger, and it just blends so seamlessly and so easily, especially with that eye cream that we put before. It's not going to disrupt the concealer or the foundation either. It's not going to like peel or like, you know, pill off. If you've ever used a type of moisturizer or primer that doesn't work well with your concealer or foundation, it's normally because what they're formulated with. Since this is more of like a water gel consistency, it's going to work perfect with this foundation because it is water based, and this just, I don't know, this just glides on perfectly with everything. So I am just going to blend that in. Starting over here is really important too, because that's normally where we all have like a vein that runs predominantly there, and where we get the most darkness, especially when the shadows hit our face. It kind of just accentuates the darkness more. And I am going to use this as like a primer to just even out my lid. I'm not going to be using an eyeshadow primer today because I'm not doing like an actual whole eyeshadow look. This is going to be, again, more easy, simple, everyday, just kind of quick to get out the door if you don't want to spend 10 hours doing your makeup. So I'm just going to finish blending this in, and I'll be right back. Okay, so I just put my hair half up, half down, so it's out of my face while I'm doing my makeup. But really quickly, I wanted to say, as I was blending this in, it is called the Line Smoothing Concealer, and it literally does just glide so easily underneath your eye area. It is so hydrating and amazing. That's all I wanted to say. But it literally does just glide over any fine lines. It's like butter, and it is self-setting. You can also use this just as your concealer. It technically is a concealer, but I used it as my corrector because I purposely bought it with the peachy little undertone to cancel out my dark circles, like I said. Okay, so next I'm going to go in with the Clinique Even Better Glow Foundation. So this is a very sheer to light coverage, which is perfect for every day. The formula of Clinique's foundations in general are just amazing. It's one of the only brands that I know as a makeup artist, and for working with Clinique, when I get to play around with all their products at work and on different people and skin types and ages, they just work literally on everybody. So if you have fine lines or if you have mature skin and you're looking for a foundation, I recommend this one just because the formula, you could see it's not too runny. It is water-based, and it's not going to look cakey. It's literally just going to even out your skin tone, give you a healthy glow. And hang on, I can't find my foundation brush. Okay, so like as I was saying, it's just going to do enough to even out your skin tone. You're still definitely going to be able to see any freckles, any blemishes, which is fine with me because if you're going for a natural look, typically this is the kind of foundation I'll use. And then if I have like any blemishes or scars, which I do, then I will use a concealer to spot conceal. That way I don't have like a heavy layer of makeup all over where I don't need it, and I just conceal where it needs to be concealed. So anyways, I am going to dot this all over my face. Always start with one even light layer. Don't ever start in with any foundation and use too much, because you can always add more and you can never add less. Some foundation formulas, or well actually most, all I would say, work better in layers. So that way it prevents from caking up and just putting too much on without even realizing, because obviously every foundation formula is different. And if you put too much on accident, you can't really go back. Okay, so as you can see, this is blending out like a dream. So easy, and it works perfectly with the Moisture Surge moisturizer that I used, because both of the textures are very like water-like, I want to say, because there's water-based and then there's silicone-based. Silicone-based would be like this type of primer, or like the professional primer. This is the Clinique Super Primer. So the professional primer, that's more of a silicone-based, Smashbox, silicone-based, and some formulas just don't play well together. So this combination right here, it is perfect. Also, I am in the shade CN28 in the Clinique Even Better Glow Foundation, if you have a similar skin tone as me, just for your reference. And now I'm picking up whatever was left on my hand and stippling over the areas where I need more coverage. For those of you who don't know what stippling means, it's literally, rather than buffing it out like I did the first layer, I go back for my second layer, only the areas that I need more coverage, and I press it in my skin. Because that way you're not moving the foundation around, you're literally pressing it into your skin, so it's really in your skin and the foundation just isn't sitting on top, and you're getting more coverage that way. Okay, so done blending that out. Now next we are going to do concealer, just a little bit to brighten up my under eye area. And this actually did a pretty good job of covering up my scars, and I'm telling you guys, it is a sheer to light formula. It is buildable, so I don't know, I just love it. But you can always go and spot conceal with your concealer if you feel like you haven't gotten enough coverage. I don't know if it's just from my ring light that, you know, my blemishes looked like airbrushed, but anyways, time for concealer. Okay, I'm going to be using the Clinique Beyond Perfecting Super Concealer, 24-hour wear. You guys, this is so full coverage. A little bit is all you need. It's in a nice little squeezy tube, so it's perfect for traveling. If I don't have makeup on and I'm on the go, I'll just pop this in my purse and literally just spot conceal if I didn't have time to do my makeup. So I am in the shade 10 in this, and I'm going to squeeze. This is literally all you need. That might have even been a little too much. People that complain about certain products, I'm not saying just Clinique, but any products, that it was too cakey or whatever. The problem is you have to know how to use the formulas. So if this is a super full coverage concealer, I cannot go in with a lot. You don't need a lot, A, and B, it is gonna crease and cake up because you're using too much. It's not intended to be used that way. So anyways, with this, I was gonna say you can use your finger. I just want to use my brush for this. So I'm gonna come in close here. Again, I'm gonna start on the inner corner and look at how much I have left still. So this I am using to conceal more and to also brighten up my under eye area. And mind you, this whole process literally takes me no more than 10-15 minutes max. This is just taking me a little longer because I am explaining everything to you guys. And yeah, so inner corner, bringing it out here, and then always like you can take it down this way just to kind of give a more brightening effect, like a highlighted effect. Going over my lids. And this is also perfect to spot conceal. I'm all done, or I used up all of the concealer, so I'm just using whatever is left on the brush to go over any blemishes or scars that I have. And sorry, this video, the quality isn't the best. I know the light keeps changing because the sun is setting, and this was kind of like last minute. I'm in my parents' room just throwing this video last minute because I thought this is a perfect time to make a video like this. Under the circumstances that we're in, I know that we all don't really need a full face of makeup every day, so this is just my routine. But anyways, next I'm gonna set my eyes. So you could see with that little dollop There is no creasing, no caking, really blended in well, and you should be set. Okay, so to set where I've put my concealer, you can definitely skip this part if you don't want to use powder, because this stuff is the concealer self-setting. I just like to use powders because it literally blurs any pores, and it definitely locks your makeup in so it's not going to move around. And plus this formula, so this is Clinique's Invisible Blend setting powder. It is oil free. Again, everything is fragrance free, allergy tested. This is literally gonna just blur your face, make it look airbrushed. And another tip, this is brand new, I gotta open this. Another tip, if you're scared of powders, I have very, very, very severely dry skin, but I still set my face. You need to use powders sparingly. Like, I literally put this much in. I go in with the brush, tap off the excess, and that's all I use. I don't do the whole baking thing because it just looks like shit in real life. It really does. It looks good on camera because everything gets blurred out, but in real life, you just look like cake face and it's too dry. So I'm just setting, and I like using like a flat top like this to really press the powder in your skin so it doesn't like sit weird and look cakey, and so your concealer doesn't crease. So I'm setting the areas basically where I've put concealer. And then here where I have more pores that again you can't really see. Here. A little bit on my T-zone where we normally get oily. A little on my chin and by my blemishes where I put concealer. And that is literally it. And I still have a good amount of powder. So that's all I use. If you use this technique, you don't have to worry about looking cakey. You'll still have like your skin glow, because obviously powders mattify everything you put on, but if you use it sparingly, then you're all good. And by the way, you guys, this powder is slept on. It is so affordable. It is so amazing. It literally feels like velvet silk. It just blurs pores, works on every single skin type and age range. And again, this is in 20 Invisible Blend. So now my face is all set. And I'm gonna do my eyebrows because I can't stand looking at them right now. God, I need them done so bad. But anyways, I'll show you what I use for that. Okay, so for my eyebrows, I have a lot of brow products. I have Benefits, Anastasia's, Hourglass, all like the hyped, well, they're hyped and they actually work really well, brow products. And my point is, once I used this Clinique brow pencil, it is in shade 2 soft brown, and it is called the Super Liner for Brows. I seriously never used anything like this, you guys. It's literally almost like the finish isn't waxy, it's almost like powdery. So it makes it so easy and fast to fill in your eyebrows. You don't have to sit there for like an hour and draw things in because the texture. All right, so hang on. Brushing my eyebrow hairs up. And then I'm literally just gonna fill in the sparse areas and follow the natural shape of my eyebrows. Easy peasy. You don't have to draw on a whole new brow and do that crazy Instagram stuff that's not ideal for real life, and I just prefer natural brows. You guys, pick this up. If you are scared to do eyebrows, and if it's just too intimidating or too many steps and you don't want, you don't have the time to do that, because who does? Well, maybe now we do, but pick this up. Okay, so eyebrows are done. My eyebrows look crazy because they're growing out. Obviously, I haven't gotten them done with everything going on. And here, I normally don't have hair. We normally wax some of that stuff off. So it was really weird to fill that part in. I don't know. Anyways, I'm gonna set my eyebrows. This is just gonna ensure that your brow product doesn't come off, which if it's a good product, normally it doesn't, but it also kind of grooms your hair and gives it more volume. I have no idea where my Clinique brow mousse gel thing is, so I'm just gonna use this one from Jordana Cosmetics. It's a clear shade, which is nice, and you can see it just gives a little bit more structure. And if you want your hairs to stay a certain way, like groom them towards a certain direction, and you want it to actually stay that way, something like this is a great tool or product to have. Okay, so that is it for the brows. Now I am just quickly going to do my bronzer, my eyes, my blush, and we're gonna be done. Oh my God, my hair looks so crazy. I look crazy. Like, I don't know what is going on with me, but okay. All right, third hairstyle. Anyway, so I'm gonna go in with bronzer now, and I am going to use Clinique's Sunkissed True Bronzer. You guys, this bronzer is one of my first loves when it comes to perfect bronzers, and I will tell you why as I am doing my face. Okay, so first and foremost, the formula of this is, I don't know, the powder just glides on every skin type perfectly. It's not going to emphasize or grab onto any like dry patches. And I don't know if you've ever like put bronzer on before where you're blending it out and you can just see like patches that look weird. And also it's not too orange, so it's not too warm, and it's not too cool, so it's not going to look like a bruise, a dark bruise on your face that you're trying to blend out. It is the most natural bronzer, and if you're very fair-skinned and you have an issue finding a bronzer that's not like too much for you, this is perfect because it is very buildable. Now, I don't know if you can tell, but I love buildable products. I love being able to control how much product I put on my skin. So whether that's concealer, foundation, powders, blush. I hate like dipping my brush into something, putting it on my face, and it being like way too much. And then you have to sit there for an hour and try and blend it out, which it normally never works out that way. Well, it never works out great. It's kind of a pain in the butt to blend stuff out that just doesn't want to blend. Now, anyways, this is the Clinique powder brush. I use it as a bronzer. Now, keep in mind that this is a natural hair bristle. Natural bristles pick up powders the best. Synthetic brushes work best with like liquids and creams. So it just distributes the product so perfectly. It doesn't disturb the foundation underneath my skin, so it's not gonna like come off as I'm blending. Now I am like super pale. This lighting is like throwing me off, so I don't know what's going on, but I am just bronzing up that area. So what I've done is I literally barely press into the pan, building it up. So I am doing my cheekbones, really like the perimeters of my face, around your forehead. I call this an instant eye lift. If you just go above your lid and go this way, it kind of just gives that lifted eye look effect. Okay, so perimeter, building that up, forehead, temples, and then underneath your jaw kind of just like sculpts and defines it more. And then what else I'll do when I'm on the go and in a rush, I will use this bronzer on my eyes, and I'll literally have people at work be like, what eyeshadow are you wearing? It looks so good. And I'm like, I'm not. Literally just popped on some bronzer, some highlighter on my inner corner, and maybe on my lid, and it looks like you spent a lot of effort doing your eyeshadow when really it was like fast and out the door. So I'm gonna show you how I do that. I don't know what's happening with my fucking fro. I can't. Okay, so I'm taking any blending brush that you have, and I am just gonna define my crease. That way, like if you have like a nice bronzed face and a nice pretty color and you have white eyelids, it kind of looks weird and it doesn't look like cohesive. So just adding a little bit of bronzer, defining your eye shape will do the trick. And I kind of just bring it out, again, kind of connecting that instant eye lift thing that I was telling you guys about. All over the lid. We're gonna do the other eye. This is literally all I do. Bam. Now I'm gonna use the same brush a little bit, just a little. I don't do a crazy nose contouring. We're just shading in the nose, and the reason why I don't go like all crazy with nose contouring. There's some people that are very detailed and take a long time. I don't. I just kind of quickly do this and that's it. And the reason why is because, again, it's all just cohesive. Like that way you don't have like a white nose and a white nose and a bronze face. It kind of just throws off the balance. And also, like when you use bronzer, it kind of gives like the effect of like a sun-kissed look. And normally the sun, you know, we get a little tan, a little burn on our nose. So that's that. And to give like a shortening effect to the nose, I put it underneath like this. And that's literally it. All right. Okay, and now for my blush to give a little bit of like life to my skin, a really like youthful, pretty look. It is Clinique's Soft Pressed Powder Blusher in shade 20 Mocha Pink. This is by far one of my favorite blushes ever, and I own a lot of blushes, a lot of different brands. I have a lot of women come in with mature skin, or really just any woman in general that doesn't like, it seems like it's really hard to find a true matte bronzer. Shimmers sometimes accentuate texture on your skin. This is a true matte, but it's not like a skin soul-sucking life kind of matte. It's a very nice, diffused, soft matte. And the color is perfect. It seriously looks good on warm undertones, cool undertones, and neutrals. So, you guys, try this. I show it to every customer. I do it on every client, and they are obsessed and end up purchasing it. We're like always sold out of this. So I am using Clinique's blush brush, and the way I apply my blush is kind of smile, and I'm following the apples of my cheek and sweeping up. So it's kind of like meshing in with my bronzer. You don't want to see like blush, bronzer, highlight. It kind of all should be like cohesive, like meshing in together seamlessly. So smile, and again, just going up, apples of your cheek, and shape it up. And then I do a little bit on my nose again, cohesive. I'll take it down on the sides, kind of like where the sun hits again. Get a little sunburn on my nose, and then I'll even put some around here just to kind of like mesh it together. This again is very buildable as well. You can have like, if you want the teeniest amount, just go in once. If you want to build it up, it gives, if you're like a blush girl like me, you can keep building that sucker up. It's not like a blush where you apply the brush on your cheek and it's like, whoa, you know, like looking like clown. It's not like that. But do you see what the blush has done? Just like sculpted out my face more, made everything, it just like completed the look. I just can't go without bronzer, basically, is what I'm saying. All right, so I have like 3 more steps and then we're gonna be done. Okay, so I do this step every time I do my makeup. It never fails me. After I've done like my powders, my bronzer, blush, whatever, I spray this. So what this is going to do is, because I used all powder products, even though I prepped my skin and had it nice and moisturized, powders absorb oils. That's just what they do. So in order to add back that moisture and that skin-like finish, although these products don't make my face look powdery, but I do want more of like a glow back to my skin. And I do this before I do my highlighter, because if you put highlighter on top of powder, it doesn't really look as like glowy. I don't know, I'm blabbing too much, but anyways, I'm gonna spray this. And I do this in layers as well. Believe it or not, it does make a difference. So I'm gonna let that dry for a little, and then I'll go ahead with another layer. It does not disturb your makeup, your foundation. I promise you, I do this like religiously on everyone and on myself. And it is oil free, so if you're oily, you can use this. It just sinks into the skin. It is part of the Moisture Surge line, the Moisture Surge face spray. Oh, this is just amazing. So you can see what, let me play with the light, hang on. There you go. Whoopsies, I should have done that a long time ago. You can see what it's done to my skin. Just added back that like glow back, which I like a glowy look. So if you don't, then you can skip this step, but I highly recommend. Hydrated skin is what makes makeup look the best. And I forgot what I was gonna say. I don't remember. Anyways, so many things on my mind right now, and I'm trying to go fast because my dinner's been ready for like 20 minutes. Anyways, I'm gonna go in with mascara. Oh, I remember what I was gonna do. A little bit of highlighter. So, I don't have a Clinique highlighter. They did launch, but I haven't been able to see it in person because of quarantine, actual highlighters, and I cannot wait to get my hands on it once I get back to work. So, unfortunately for this video, I don't have a Clinique highlighter, so I'm just using this LC Cosmetics highlighter because it's a very natural, like glow. It's not shimmery, it's really just like shine, like a true glow, not like a sparkly shimmery finish. And it kind of just matches with the natural look I have going on. So what I do is, and it's all like a bunch of, it's a cohesive color scheme, so you can just blend them all like that. I am going to add this on my lid just to kind of brighten up my eye area, and then I'll go in the inner corner here. Oops, I cannot see what I'm doing. And then I'm just gonna blend it out so there's no like harsh line. But doing this just makes your eyes appear bigger. Light, which is what highlight is, brings things forward. And darker tones, which is like contouring, kind of hides things. I don't know, I'm getting too technical here. But anyways, just gonna do this. The inner corner of my eye is literally my favorite. This also just brightens up that area and makes your eyes appear bigger, like I was saying. And then next, I'm gonna apply a little bit of highlighter on my cheekbones, my nose. Okay, so because I sprayed the Moisture Surge spray prior to doing this, my skin is like nice, glossy, hydrated. And this is just gonna go on without emphasizing texture. Because like I said, light brings things forward. So if you have very, very textured skin, and if your skin isn't hydrated enough, or if you haven't prepped it correctly, you'll be able to tell all your texture even more. So doing that trick, doing a hydrating spray before you do your highlighter is a great trick. And also you just have to find the right highlighter formula for you. Again, this LC Cosmetics, this is in shade Rosy Blaze. There is absolutely no sparkle or shimmer, so this isn't gonna emphasize any texture or pores anyways. So I just do my highlighter a little over my brow area, my nose, and you can see that natural glow. It's not a sparkle. Ooh, my lighting is going crazy. And then if you want, and if you have the time, you could like go underneath your brow bone. I'm gonna just do this really fast. You don't have to do this part, but it kind of just gives like your eye a lifted effect. Lifting, bringing things forward. I feel like my hair looks white from that dry shampoo and hairspray that I used. Oh my freaking God. Okay, so next I'm gonna do mascara. And another great thing about spraying the spray when I did was if I were to put mascara first and then you use like a setting spray or hydrating spray on top, it might like transfer and do that annoying thing and ruin your eyeshadow. So just another good trick. This is Clinique's Lash Power Mascara. You guys, Clinique does their mascaras. They do some like voodoo magic in there. Clinique told me. No, I'm kidding. Their mascaras are freaking phenomenal. Every single tube is a different formula. They do different things. They don't irritate your eyes. They're ophthalmologist tested. So for all you contact wearers, they are so, so good. If there's one thing that I would say that Clinique just blows it out of the water with their cosmetic line is their mascaras and their foundations. Yes. Anyways, so this mascara, you literally need a few swipes and it just instantly like, oh, it's so good. And also the cool thing about this mascara is when you take this off, it does not come off with a makeup remover. It literally comes off with water. So you literally like put water on your eyes and it just comes off like little pieces of the mascara. This is one of my favorite mascaras in general, not just out of Clinique's line, but just in general. This is what I've been using for, let's say like 6 months. And I always have people ask me what mascara I'm using and I don't know what their answer is or like what they're expecting. And when I say Clinique, they're like, really? I'm like, yeah, you guys. Not all hyped up brands that you see on Instagram doesn't necessarily mean it's like the best brand out there, you know? A lot of influencers you see get paid to like the product and recommend it to you. So yeah, seeing people's opinions that aren't paid influencers. Okay, so I was saying seeing people's reviews that aren't paid influencers, I love watching reviews like that because it's, you know that it's an actual review. I feel like you can kind of connect with the person more that way. But yeah, I'm going really off topic. Anyways, if you haven't tried Clinique's makeup, I hope this is enough to convince you because phenom. All right, I'm gonna finish my mascara so this video isn't 10 hours long, which I never intended it to be, and I'll be right back. Okay, so yeah, great mascara. It's not waterproof, which I hate waterproof mascaras anyways. It's long lasting. It doesn't smudge. It doesn't transfer. Oh, it's so good. Now, for a little magic product, this is Clinique's Bottom Lash Mascara. Look at how I literally use these on every single one of my tutorials, and I use it every single time I do mascara. Look at how teeny this guy is. I don't know if you can see that. It is perfect for doing your lower lash line, so you don't have to worry about a big old wand like getting underneath your eye, because then when you try cleaning it, it looks like you got dark circles, which defeats the whole purpose of everything you had done prior. So, oh, you guys, I don't know how other brands don't make this. Seriously. Clinique did it first, and it's only like 14 freaking bucks, or 12 to 14 bucks, which for a prestige brand, that's actually cheap. You get what you pay for, you know? Okay. All right, last step is lipstick or lip gloss. I just searched for my Clinique lip liner everywhere and I am starving. I don't want to search through my stuff. So I'm just using a L'Oreal lip liner. So what I do is I always, wait, what shade is this? Am I using the right shade? I am. Okay, Toffee to Be is the shade. So I always use a darker lip liner that way it kind of, and then I put a lighter color on my lips. All right, hold on. To make your lips appear bigger and to give it more like dimension and volume. Hard to talk and line your lips. Okay, I'm pulling my camera in. There's the lip color or the lip liner. And now, I am using one of my all-time favorites, Clinique's Even Better Pop Lipstick in shade 4 Subtle. These lipsticks I live for. Literally beautiful lipsticks. So comfortable to wear. It literally feels like butter. Okay, so the video cut off, but I was just saying about the Clinique Even Better foundation pop lipstick formula is literally one of my favorites. You guys, I wear these lipsticks religiously. So comfortable to wear, so hydrating. The line has made lipsticks, depending on your Clinique foundation shade and your undertone and your skin tone and all that, you can find your perfect nude, you know, just find the perfect color for you. But it is very comfortable. It feels like butter on your lips. It's so comfortable. But anyways, you guys, that is my everyday natural, so easy. When you think of the steps that I've done, anybody can do them. Just a little practice. The formulas are phenomenal. So for all my mature skinned ladies, I promise you, if you use Clinique's makeup, you will get the result that you are looking for. But look at that healthy skin-like finish. My skin looks healthy. I have just the right amount of color, very natural eye. Obviously I went for a natural look, and you can always do just a lip gloss if you don't feel like wearing lipstick, like this one from Clinique. I can't see, I'm blind right now. Love that one. But yeah, I hope you guys enjoyed this. I know it wasn't the best quality, and the lighting kept changing around, but I wasn't prepared to make one today. I just kind of did one last minute. And yeah, let me know if you guys have any questions. And just for reference, I have very dry skin, and that's my skin type. So yeah, hope you guys loved it. Bye.